Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And for all you newcomers out there, please remember to like and subscribe. This way you stay on top of everything we got coming, such as last time when we covered in our grand tour pretty much a lot of things. The control panel, the direct side, the indirect side, and the smoke box. Yeah, we went through and covered it all in good detail. This time, however, we're going to switch things up just a little bit, okay? This time, we're going to go below the grate. Yep, that's right. We're going to do a deep dive into some of the items we didn't cover last time, okay? So we're going to go under the grate. We're going to look at the chassis. We're going to cover a fair amount of stuff. So let's jump in and take a look at the components, starting with the direct side. Now, once we pull out the grate on the direct side, we find our heat deflector. Now, this heat deflector sits atop the fire pot. And what it does is effectively helps capture the heat and then radiate it, if you will, to support the cook. So what you'll notice is what I refer to as a thermal pad. And that thermal pad is that little square piece right there in the middle that is surrounded by the perforated holes that allow effectively the convection or the hot air to come up and around that thermal pad. So what you have is that thermal pad effectively diffusing the radiated heat and supporting that direct, if you will, cook on your proteins, whatever you have on the grill. Now, the perforated side, in contrast, allows for some convection to come around there and effectively help in the cooking process. Now, another thing to note, there is no drip pan on the direct side, no drip pan, okay? So what happens is any of the fats that are secreted during the cook, they land on this plate here, okay, and effectively burn off and add a little bit more flavor to the cook overall, which is a similar process to when you're cooking over an open flame. And because there's no drip pan, okay, there is no drip grease catch system in place here, okay? So that's something to keep in mind, because this side of the grill is really, tailored for cooking at high temperatures, right? That's what its special focus and special purpose is all about. Doesn't mean you can't smoke on it and do other things. You can, absolutely. But this is where it really starts to shine. Now you may be wondering to yourself, well, doesn't this make it a headache to clean? No, it really doesn't. It actually is very straightforward to clean. And because it's burning off all that fat and grease and stuff right there, on the diffuser and the deflector plate, it really isn't a headache at all. Now, to demonstrate that point, I'll do a cleaning here a little bit later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Now let's shift over to the indirect side. Now, the indirect side does have a drip pan and a grease capture system. Effectively, you have a drip pan that's in there that is sloped, so effectively any of the drippings and such from the cook land on it and then makes its way into, if you will, a grease bucket at the end. Now, this is something you see on a number of different, systems or pellet grills that are out there. Now, the drip pan is made of high-quality stainless steel. That said, I still choose to line mine with aluminum foil for an easy cleanup. Now, under that drip pan is a cast iron, flame tamer or heat deflector, if you will. Now, this plate is sturdy. I mean, it is genuinely sturdy, and this lends to that, common saying that Recteq is built like a tank. I mean, this is really a hefty piece of iron right there, steel cast iron right there. Anyhow, now this piece does a great job of diffusing all that radiant energy and basically storing a little bit of it too, okay? It really helps to keep things evenly controlled throughout the grill itself. And that's why I think this side is controllable within those 5-degree increments when compared to the direct side being controllable in 25-degree increments. Now, as we look a bit deeper, we got the fire pots. Now, these fire pots have a really strong, mechanical housing around them. But what really makes them special is the high-quality, long-life ceramic igniters. Those things heat up and are good for thousands upon thousands of cycles. But what you'll notice here is off to the right is that grease capture system. So the drip tray that I pointed out to you earlier effectively hooks into that little slot over there on the right hand side, and as grease falls down that tray, it drips into that collection system and subsequently down and into the bucket on the undercarriage of the system itself. So with that drip pan in place, really you don't have any exposure for grease to get into this cavity, and as a result that totally eases up on the cleaning and everything. So really the only thing you need to do is vacuum this out, periodically, or as Recteq promoters mention, once a year, depending on how often you cook. And yes, all that grease drips right into the drip can bucket located under the chassis. There you go. Now, just to demonstrate how easy it is to clean up on the direct side, I actually inadvertently did this. I cooked some very fatty onion ring bombs on there, and it left quite the mess, okay? But that said, even though I should have done this on the indirect side, the cleanup on this is really just a 5-minute job. You can see everything that was collected on there, okay? But I will admit, those things were darn tasty, okay? They came out really good. So really, from start to finish here, it is 5 minutes, okay? And I'm showing you everything here, and I just speeded up the some of this just to make it go a little quicker. But you can notice that the grease did not get on the fire pot at all. You have a couple of splotches around the side. It's just as simple as getting in there with the vac and just sucking everything up and out. Okay. Now, yes, there were a couple little areas where that grease did solidify a little bit in the ash, and for that, honestly, just a simple scraper, and I'm able to dig that up. So that's me just doing that right there. I mean, it's just lifting it straight up. That's all there is to it. Again, you got that stainless steel bottom, so it kind of makes cleaning a little bit easy. So once that's there, just suck that right up, and that's for the most part it. Okay. I mean, I wasn't doing a deep clean to try and get this back to shiny brand new. I was just getting it ready for the next cook. So there you go. That's kind of where I left it at that point. And then, as far as the diffuser plate, basically just scraped everything off of that and put that back in. And then, as a next step on that, I went ahead and did a high temp burn off, put everything back into place, and then, set it on full. And I just burned that off for roughly about 20-25 minutes. Okay. And everything came out, fairly well, afterwards. I mean, all the stuff on the grate was burned off and everything else, and, we were back to running. Okay, so let's take a look at the undercarriage real quick. You've got a spacious shelf down below, room for pellets, your drip pan, your grates, whatever. Very sturdy, very comfortable to use, easy to work with. Likewise, everything riding on those 4 legs right there, it is very solid and sturdy. But what I really appreciate is this: they put these little latches in place to help you tie the system down if you're taking it someplace. Those are on all 4 corners. Now what I did was I added some hooks, magnetic hooks, underneath the smoke box just to hold my smoke box racks there, and obviously you've got the drip pan for that smoke box there as well. Again, another one of those latches on all 4 corners. I use the one on this side to basically hold my grate tool in place so that I can, just have it handy whenever I need it to lift or move any of the grates around. And again, it just stays right there for me and, just makes it usable. And you think it would be awkward to move such a big system, but it's really not. Why? Because it's built solid. Now, speaking of build quality, you've got a good amount of stainless steel, high quality stainless steel on the inside of these cooking chambers. And then you have that insulated wall between the 2 chambers and such. In short, all these components are designed to last you a long time, resist corrosion, and really, help you generate a good cook. And yes, that stainless steel includes the grate itself. All these grates are high quality stainless steel and thick. And that also includes what you get in the smoke box as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention that heat deflector, high quality, heavy duty stainless steel there. And the chassis itself is also a very high quality steel that's powder coated. And that being said, one thing you don't really ever think about is all the nuts and bolts. Those too are pretty high quality on this system as well, very high quality actually. As you no doubt have probably noticed, I'm built for, well, let's just say comfort rather than speed. But that said, okay, with these casters on, I wanted to show you a little bit of how easy this is to, pretty much turn and spin in terms of mobility. Basically, everything's pretty solid. You can grab a hold of the handle on the side, move it around. In my case, the casters just let me, spin this on a dime. Again, not much to this, I can grab it from any angle and really give it a good spin, and you're not going to hear, too much clanging or anything going on, with it. So, guys, I'm just saying, doesn't suck at all. Now, just to be transparent, a lot has happened in the last several months since I've owned the Dual Fire. I've gotten into YouTube and posting videos, never saw that coming. Even joined Facebook, never saw that coming. But the good food just kept coming. After that first cook, we did chicken and ribs. Oh man, that was tasty. And then following that, we ended up doing a pork butt, and that was good. And then we did surf and turf with some salmon and some steaks. And then we did the party cook, and it was just a festival of meats. We did the pizza bake and other things. And it just kept coming. The Chuck Mix, Chex Mix. Chuck roast I didn't care for, done brisket style, by the way. And then after that, we went technical. Then I got into making some homemade sausage with you, and that was good too. In fact, I've done that a couple of times now. And then, of course, dino ribs. Who could forget dino ribs? And then following that, we got into searing, talking about the whole searing kit that came in from Recteq via Grate grill grates. Yeah. And then we did a close-up on the smoke box and got into it. Did a review with the rest of the grills that are out on the market and kind of how Recteq is positioning themselves against all those. We looked at Ray's mystery box. Yeah, I took a chance on that. Turned out to be good. Did a dream job with a rotisserie for the Dual Fire. Turkey, chicken, al pastor. Yeah, that came together exceptionally well. We do that chicken quite a bit in terms of chicken wings. Oysters. That was an easy one, along with the shrimp. That became a party favorite there too. And of course, the tour that we just finished up on. And I'm not even going to show all the sweet desserts we did. And who could forget when I cringed out the family and reprised my role as Sweet Tea?
Oh my god, when you look at that smoker, it's so huge.
Sorry, Sweet Tea. That music can mean only one thing. It's Zen time. Well, this week I took some time off to visit my friends at Bullard. Bullard makes hard hats. They look after safety needs of multiple industries. And one of the things that we did was we patented and created a hard hat together. And this is Wells, the CEO of the company, who was kind enough to sign my, initial prototype that came off the production line. What a great message. Protect the people you love and be safe. Until next time, and don't forget to get your friends to tune in and like and subscribe.